is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Hallyujuku Talks. Welcome to Hallyujuku. This is a special Hallyujuku segment where we kind of go more in depth into one particular topic in the pop culture that we like to follow. So if you watched last week, we've been watching the Big Bang 10-year special where they did kind of a variety show style episode thing that they kind of cut down. So we talked about the first couple episodes, and we're going to kind of talk about our feelings coming out of the last few episodes. It's relatively short, so if you want to go check it out and get yourself a YouTube Red membership, or just use the trial membership and go check it out, or buy the DVD that it's on. One of those will get you what you need. So we talked about kind of our thoughts of what we thought it was going to be, what we thought they were going to do. And I feel like our understanding of variety shows and what they were most likely going to do was pretty spot on. It ended up being a little less variety-y than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It was a lot more condensed in the expectation I had of it.
Yeah.
But I think it was still good, like, especially for what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to kind of be this little moment of the guys having fun, and like kind of a collection of just on, like you said, round out the DVD, right?
Yeah. A lot less high energy shenanigans and more of combining a little bit of a family outing with a little bit of healing camp. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a lot of talk of just them talking to each other and talking about how they feel about each other and all that kind of stuff. So I thought it was pretty good.
I think overall it was well made. Like, I think a lot of it worked really well. I think for their personalities. I mean, a lot of it was very fan servicey, but we're fans, so we don't mind being serviced. So it's like I don't mind being serviced. Like it was a lot of just Big Bang doing Big Bang things. But in their way, because they have their wackiness, but they also have their too cool for schoolness to them. Mm-hmm. So it's like finding that mix of the two wacky guys with the one guy who plays along with anybody, and the two guys that are kind of a little too cool for school sometimes, but can if you break them open can shine as well.
Yeah,
I think that showed.
Right, so, did you have? I think the easiest way to do it, right? It's kind of favorite moments, lackluster, kind of that kind of stuff, right? So, of this special, did you have a favorite, like, kind of bit or moment of it, or something that kind of made you just latch onto it?
There were a couple. I think one of my favorites, and we can go back and we can talk about a couple, but one of my favorite moments has to be when in the grocery store when they're at the checkout line, and I mentioned it last week. And the checkout line when they find that their checkout girl is a Big Bang fan, and she just gets all flustered and is like
her whole family was YG affiliated.
Yeah, it's like your daughter is like she's a blackjack and like yep. It's that YG loyalty, YG squad, ride or die. But I think that one was one of the best moments. I think just from the interaction and from Sungri playing it up as much as he did, which was fantastic. Yeah. What moment stands out for you off the top of your head?
You know what? I'm a pretty easy mark, and having them write letters to each other, I thought was good. I thought it was silly, even as heartfelt as some of it was. and sounded. I thought it was still pretty silly cheesy in some of it, but I enjoyed that part. I thought that part was pretty cool.
It was cheesy, but I think it cheesy in a way that came off endearing. Like it was purposely cheesy, and I think that like endeared them to that. Like I also loved that Topps all like you could like it was supposed to be anonymous, but everyone knew which one was Topps because he wrote the same way every time. It's just like 2 sentences. Like, what can I say? You're cool. Sup? Like,
yeah, you're cool. I love you.
Love you, bro. Peace. It's like classic Top. I liked. I think so. If I were talking about a lackluster moment, I think there was some fun in it, but the guessing the lunch thing, wasn't great. I mean, there was some moments in there, but like it wasn't a lot to sink your teeth in on that. Like as a fan, like as just a viewer, like especially with how easily they guessed everything.
Well, yeah, like I think the only challenge they had was the very first one, but then everything after that was like, oh yeah, no, I know who this is. I know what this is. Like this is shit, Like it didn't end up being the bit that I even think they thought it would be. So,
but I don't know. Did you have any particular like lackluster like disappointments that's kind of stand out for you?
I think the manager bit, like it's such a borrowed bit too. Like it's something that kind of has been done around in other places when you can't think of anything else, so you pull people's managers out, and tell us their dirty secrets because you're always around them and you know all their dirty secrets. So that bit is a little meh because you see it so much.
And they didn't really get much. It didn't really amount to much, I think. It didn't amount to much. I did like, I don't know, and I think I think overall what worked is just the general feeling of like their interactions, just like hanging out, like just setting up the camp. Just kind of like setting up your food, kind of just their general chit chat. I think was probably the biggest highlight. Just anytime there's just them sitting down and just talking about their career though so far, their lives, things like that. I think that was their biggest strong suit. I also loved Sukri and Daesung telling, like, giving away the big secret from Family Outing that, like, you know what, the real job everyone wanted was to go watch the vegetables because you just kind of go off by yourself and just hang out, just sit there, watch vegetables, and then try to make funny.
Yeah, no, that. I mean, there was, like I said, there was a lot of good with it. And if you're a YG fan, well, not a YG fan. What the fuck am I talking about? If you're a Big Bang fan, it's definitely going to be enjoyable to you. If you're a Variety fan, not so much.
Yeah.
I don't think as a Variety fan it would be as enjoyable for somebody who's kind of more into Variety and maybe a passing fan of like, oh, I know who Big Bang is, but I like Variety. I don't think that would be for you. This is definitely a sell for VIPs, for people who are in the Big Bang.
Yeah, this is more for them. I think like everything come down from from the letters to each other, from the everything being around, our bond and our friendship and sticking together and things, through thick and thin, feeds into that. And I think, and that's fine. I will say, for this being a thing that was like this is the YouTube Red original Korean variety show, but starring this band. for them to just kind of use this thing that they just made for their DVD for their fans seems a little bit like a I don't know. It seems odd, and I think it might have been not exactly the right thing if they were serious about using this to build their entry point into, like tapping into the audience that they already have just in YouTube, because YouTube is one of the many places people go to watch variety shows. Just, not in exactly legal ways, but if they wanted to internalize that, support that internally, while also like supporting the other like the actual content creators, that would be cool. But I don't know if this is a great front facing thing when it's just a piece of fan service, when they could have used something a little bit more inviting to people who might just want to watch a show that is funny and might be interesting, or might be into variety shows in general, but not necessarily be into K-pop, or, aren't necessarily VIPs and just like, just like they liked Family Outing, and they might be interested in this, but this isn't really that. Like, this isn't the going out to a real, there's the camp, but this is just, hey, Big Bang are nice. You like Big Bang? Where it's like a proper like successor to Family Outing with a little bit more production value and a younger cast, even if they are idols, may have been more inviting. If this is, of course, if their goal is to do more shows, like more Korean variety shows, and have that as their wing, kind of like how Netflix is acquiring Korean movies and like dramas and things like that. That could have been a little bit better to build off of.
Yeah, I think it definitely is a sell, right? It definitely is hey, look at this kind of thing, like, because yes, it's marked as a YouTube original, like you said, but it's very much not, right? Because it was pre-produced and then put on YouTube, right? Because it was produced to be put on the DVD. Yeah. But you can kind of spin it and sell it as like, hey, look at this thing that we have here. You can put more of that here,
Knights of Sidonia is a Netflix original,
Netflix is done with certain things.
Yeah.
Where you just start with things that people have not seen. But you're just like, hey, look what we made, huh? Yeah. Like, huh? We made that. What do you think of that? And then there people are like, oh shit. All right. Yeah, let's give you money to make more shit. And then you're like, but then you gotta have that Netflix gold to be able to actually make something worthwhile,
Yeah.
Which in the past, right? They've had YouTube content creators try to do variety shows before.
Yeah.
Right. To just kind of bank on that, like, hey, look at all your favorite YouTube celebs doing a variety show together, and it was garbage. It was hot street trash.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a very odd thing to think about it from that aspect. But I don't know. It wouldn't be bad to maybe see more of that in an easier to get place, especially because you're trying to sell that. Like this is also a sell for the $10 subscription for YouTube.
Yeah.
Right, because YouTube has been free forever, right? And now they're trying to add value to that. So you got to have things that are going to create more value. Do I think that of all the things that I've heard from YouTube Red, this has been the only thing that I've had to actually look at YouTube Red for?
Yeah.
Right? Like, there hasn't been anything else up to this point for me to really look at that as an option of something that I want. But if you do more stuff like this, maybe I want to give a $10 subscription to YouTube every month.
Yeah, like for me, like I haven't really seen anything that's a YouTube Red original that like I've been like I have YouTube Red, but basically it's just because I want it to be ad free. and that guilt-free, ad-free, and not be like using ad block like an asshole.
Hey man, I have some good friends that ad block.
Yeah, and I still do, because if you don't use the right ad service, then I don't care. But on YouTube, I understand that it's a scumbag thing, because they're not that bad. So but I use YouTube Red because it makes my life a little bit easier, and I get no ads, but I still support the creators and blah blah blah. Everybody knows YouTube Red, the YouTube Red history. But to see it's going to be interesting. I would like to see them do original content that seems a little bit more interesting, a little bit more high profile, like Korean variety shows. That would be cool. I liked this, but I like Big Bang, so this is fan service, and I'm the fan that they're servicing.
Yeah, this was a really hard one, right? Because we both enjoy Big Bang, so it was a pretty easy buy for us, right? It was a pretty easy. Well, yeah, I want to watch this. I'm definitely going to watch this because it's an easy sell. It's hard to maybe then sell this to other people unless they're already as well big fans of Big Bang. So it's definitely interesting. So it definitely comes with a grain of salt. If you're a fan of Big Bang, it's definitely worth checking out. If you're kind of a passing fan, I would even say at that point it might be worth checking out. It's really hard to say, because there's a lot of it that is really quick, really fast paced. But a lot of it, like PD said, it's really great interactive moments if you care about the personalities behind the group, which at this point we do. We've enjoyed the Big Bang for so many years, and as much shit as we maybe talk about them, sometimes it's a shit that we talk about them from we like to being around it and liking them. Yeah,
we like to roast them, which is there's a difference between shit talking and roasting. We like to roast Jay Park. There's some people we like to shit talk about. So,
we're going to talk about Jay Park on our next episode of Hallyujuku. He's doing some things, but it's all in fun. It's all good. It's all great. And I don't know. I enjoyed this. I think at the end, all we can really say is we came out and we enjoyed this, but it does very much come with a grain of salt. You have to kind of already have bought in to enjoy this one particular thing that we're talking about. But fortunately, in our continuation of this segment style and doing this more, the next thing that we're going to talk about, which I think you already have lined up, right? I think you have an idea.
The next thing, I think it's interesting because it reaches a couple different demographics. Being a kind of a port, I guess, a remake or a reimagining. I'm curious. I want to check it out. It's gonna be fun because it's an Amazon Prime Video thing, so that'll be fun. Idolmaster.kr. Okay. It is. We're straying a little close. We're coming close to the anime, but we're not right there yet. It's a Korean drama based on the obviously Idolmaster, the game and the anime. It has a couple people. It has Mint of Tiny G in it. Has Sori of Coco Sori. I think Coco even has like a role in it, but Sori is part of like the group, and she like won her way into the group. And it involves an actual group that apparently is going to actually release like a single, like the Real Girls Project. Which is going to be interesting because if it becomes like an actual project that is ongoing, that'll be fascinating. And it makes sense because with the success of IOI and the success, that's going to come from 101, and from other groups like that. Twice. Twice, because they came from remember they came from a competition show, and now they're the biggest group in K-pop right now. Undeniably so. So yeah,
Monster X.
yeah. Good try.
No, they're doing well though.
They're doing well, but there's a difference. They probably are ones that 101 are going to try to catch up to. They're at least ahead of 101, even though that mainly because 101 are just started out. But yeah, idolmaster.kr. It's on Amazon Prime Video everywhere. It's subbed in I think 1 billion different languages and then some. So no barrier to entry. So I'm curious. I have little to no experience with Idolmaster. So that is just going to be, I'm going to go in blind.
I have some experience here and there with Idolmaster, some anime stuff, some game stuff, but like I have no complete knowledge of anything Idolmaster, so it'll definitely be an experience for me as well, and one I kind of look forward to. So if you want to play along and kind of do that, go watch the first few episodes of Idolmaster. We'll come back with our next Hallyujuku Talk segment where we talk about probably how long is the series?
I think it's like a full length, like 20. But don't quote me on that.
Okay.
I would say we could probably do the first 2 or 4.
Right, so we'll say around the first 2 to 4 episodes, and then we'll do a continuation once we finish the series, and we'll talk about our thoughts thereafter. So we'll come in with what we thought going into it, how we feel about it, all that kind of stuff. So,
so 13 episodes in total.
13?
Yeah.
Okay,
for the first
that's
season.
not bad. Yeah. So we'll definitely do that. We'll definitely be talking about that. So that'll be Idolmaster KR. Over on the Amazon Prime. If you have that, you can go get a trial to Amazon Prime and check it out. Or, there are other good things. But you didn't hear that from me.
You ain't heard that from me.
So
you haven't.
So thank you for joining us in this Hallyujuku Talk segment. I know they're short.
Jenkins.
That's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to kind of just be these short, semi-long form discussions of one particular topic. If you take both parts, put them together.
It's 23 minutes is short for us.
Well, yeah, but you got to take both parts, right? You got to take part 1 of this and part 2, smash them together, and it's a long form discussion of the Big Bang outing special. And then there's going to have another one. It's 2 parts smashed together, the beginning and the end of Idolmaster KR. So please look forward to that. Please look forward to our continuing work over on our normal Hallyujuku episodes, which you can catch over at kpoppodcast.com. You can follow us on Twitter to see any kind of updates where we talk about K-pop. You can follow PD at PDRave. You can follow me at King Kaz, as well as all the other things that we do, all the other podcasts, Record Breakers, Sports Odds and Ends, all those things. If you are into any of that other kind of stuff, please go check those things out. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us for this discussion of Big Bang's outing. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Hasta los huevos. And you're fighting.